Hello, my dear friends at home. We sure do miss you. For this project, you're going to need a big white piece of paper. Could be from your printer, or if you have a bigger piece, that's great. You'll use a pencil and a black permanent marker. Make sure to put something underneath your project so it doesn't bleed onto your beautiful dining room table. Now, I'm going to be showing you how to draw this using a blue colored pencil just so you can see. But you're going to use a pencil and you are going to make an upside down U. After that, you are going to make two U's on the side. Upside down U is the theme of the day. And then you're going to take your pencil and do an upside down U over here. Now, if I'm going too fast, just pause it. I just didn't want to take forever for those of you who like to go speedy, speedy. And again, we're going to do an upside down U. And feel free to be drawing these pencil lines kind of lightly so you can't see them. Now this is where I'm making a snout. You're just going to take that upside down U and go down and over and back up. Whatever shape it turns out to be is going to be fine because it'll just make your bear kind of personal, just your style. Now we're going to do kind of what I would consider an upside down triangle from the way you usually draw it. We're going to draw a little line going down from that triangle. And now you can make those two lines go down if you want them to look kind of like sad-ish. You can go straight across. You could add a little line going up like he's up to something sneaky. You could add the other side going down, or you could just have him be a very happy bear and have both lines going up on the edges. Lastly, I'm going to have you draw two circles because we can't have your bear be blind. And now you're going to put away that pencil and you're going to take out your black permanent marker. And again, put something underneath your piece of paper so it doesn't bleed through to something underneath. I don't want your family to be upset. Now you are first going to put a small circle inside each of your big circles. And then you're going to go over that line you drew before and you are going to color in everything but that tiny little circle. But Miss Eater said I accidentally drew over my tiny circle. No big deal. Then just have it all be black. Or if you happen to have any correction pen or white out, you can just put a little dot of white on there. Other than that, no worries. So now I have my eyes. You can see even my white circles are different sizes, but it's no big deal. And now you're going to go over your snout. You knew this was coming. And you're going to color that whole bad boy in. Whole thing. If at any point your Sharpie starts to die, hopefully you have another one in your bag because it's always sad to use a dying permanent marker. Now I'm going to go over my mouth, however I decided to do it, or you decided to do it. And then we're going to take one final trip around, not the world, but around the head of your bear. You're going to start on the left-hand side, and you are going to trace all the way from the left-hand side, all the way around the ear, and then you're going to go over his head, and then over his ear, and then all the way down. And you're going to keep the rest just plain pencil lines. Now this is where things get interesting, and we're going to be creating texture with short lines. Think of the chocolate sprinkles you put on your favorite sundae. You're going to be lining up your chocolate sprinkles in a little row right around there. And get used to this because you're about to do this a lot. So now what you're going to do is make another row going around that row of chocolate sprinkles. And if you don't do this, it's fine, but it's kind of nice to leave a little bit of space in between your rows. And again, if I'm driving you crazy going too fast, all you have to do is pause it, and then you can join back with us. Now, if you have ginormo ears, you might have to fill this in with 5 rows of chocolate sprinkles. If you have tiny ears, it might be 2 rows of chocolate sprinkles. For me, it happened to be 3. So whatever works for you, it's going to work out great. And now you can only imagine, because you are able to read my mind, you are going to do the same thing over on the other side, making your rows of chocolate sprinkles. And if you're anything like the sweet students that were in my class who started to go, my hand hurts, it's too many lines, to you I just say, boo-hoo, boo-hoo. Too bad. Keep drawing. Keep drawing. No wimps around here, no. Now, my ears are finished. So now I'm going to go around my eyeballs. But notice I don't want them to look like eyelashes, so I'm not attaching them perfectly to my black circle of the eyeball. I'm leaving a little bit of space. And you know what to do next. I know you do. You're going to do a row of little sprinkles, hair, all the way around the other eye of your bear. Next, we are going to be putting a row of chocolate sprinkles around. Here we go. Come on. Oh, looks like I'm going to the outside edge. You're going to go all the way around the outside edge of your bear. You're going to find out how big his head is at this moment. You may wonder why you made his head so big, but it's going to end up adorable. And if you want to rotate your paper, if you find that you make lines a little bit faster going sideways or up and down, you can just keep rotating your paper to whatever angle allows you to draw your lines the fastest or the most precise or whatever look you're going for. Now, I do know that I'm going to be going around the snout, making lines there. Now, if at this point you are totally lined out, you could quit and skip ahead to the part where we start to add his neck and his sweater. But a lot of kids have been loving the texture they can create by continuing to add row upon row upon row upon row of hair. I just put the neck line there, and I started from one side and did just a gentle smile going all the way over to the right. And now I'm adding the hair. And like I said, this is the part where you could just move on to the sweater and give him some shoulders. But like I said, a lot of kids enjoyed just doing the whole thing. If you got time anyway, may as well do it right. And did this all the way around the edge. Now, eventually when you get good at this thing, you're going to be able to knock these out like nothing. You could do a whole family of bears. Maybe for Christmas, for wrapping up presents, you could make a little label that has a bear that looks like your grandpa or your grandma or your brother or your sister. You can put glasses on them. You can put a little bit of hair on the top or a hat or whatever makes them unique. But for now, we're just doing a bear. Some kids realized that their bear did not have hair at the beginning. And then by the time we were done, it did have hair, which reminded me of something my mother taught me oh so long ago, a little rhyme about a bear called Fuzzy Wuzzy. Would you like me to tell it to you now? I will. Repeat after me. Fuzzy Wuzzy was a bear. His name was Fuzzy Wuzzy. He was a bear. So it starts off, Fuzzy Wuzzy was a bear. Say, Fuzzy Wuzzy was a bear. Let me hear you through the computer. Oh, yes, I hear you. Fuzzy Wuzzy was a bear. Fuzzy Wuzzy, here's a little irony. Fuzzy Wuzzy had no hair. So from the beginning, Fuzzy Wuzzy was a bear. Fuzzy Wuzzy had no hair. And here's the finish. Fuzzy Wuzzy wasn't Fuzzy Wuzzy. We'll repeat this later in the video. I know you'll be looking forward to it. For now, you're going to be creating a gentle line, going out ever so slightly to create a shoulder for your now fuzzy bear. And again, you know what to do. You're going to go to the other side of your bear and create a gentle line going out to create his second shoulder. Come on, lady. You can do it. Come on. There you go. There she goes. Drawing the second line for the other shoulder. And in a moment, now I'm going to do gentle lines going all the way down the shirt. And you can put these close together, you can put them far apart. If you see a different kind of sweater on your idea sheet that you want to make a little collar, or you want to put buttons down the center, you can do it any style you like. It's totally up to you. But on this particular example, I'm just making stripes going across the sweater all the way down, again, making gentle smiles. And now I'm going to be looking at the idea sheet. You will see it attached at WCS Connect. You'll be able to print this out or just look at it. You can see all the different patterns that people typically put on sweaters. And now I'm just knocking this out because I'm basically making kind of a coloring sheet for myself that I'm adding little details in here that I can color in later. And you can make them Christmassy, but sometimes it's nice to not make them Christmassy just so that after Christmas your bear is still relevant. You know, don't want to make him look like he only can be hung up in your house in December. So I'm continuing to add different designs. Again, because you may have a lot of time hanging out at home, you may want to do a really intricate design on here, or you can keep it simple, totally up to you. Here I am doing a wavy line and then creating stripes within it. Now, I'm hoping that you have your own set of markers at home so that you can eventually color it in. Notice that we only color in the sweater. We don't color in his face or his head or anything else. Now, a little trick I like to show with markers is that some kids color in like this little back and forth using the tip of the marker. What I want you to do is instead use the side of the marker. Try this out. And with the side, you'll find that if you push down hard and draw lines, you can color in very quickly and it looks very professional. Now, if you don't like to color in this way, you don't have to, but I just wanted to show you just in case. So I'm going to keep this up for the next minute so that you can just look at the different styles of sweaters and the different ways that people colored in. And you might notice that these bears have glasses. We thought it'd be kind of fun to add glasses. You do not have to add glasses to yours. But if you would like to, I included in your packet a picture of glasses. When you're finished, you would just maybe go to sliding glass doors, something like that. You can put the glasses behind your bear, and then you can just trace the glasses through the light shining through your sliding glass window. You can trace that on. I sure do hope you enjoy making your bear. Be sure to send me a picture of it because I know it's going to be adorable. I miss you so much. Love to you, my friends. Bye-bye.